Hi you guys. So today we're gonna collect some seeds from these cucumbers that I grew, and you'll notice that they are very yellow. They grew yellow, and so I'm pretty convinced that I have crossed a couple cucumbers together, probably a lemon cuke and a regular cucumber. So since I grew these myself, I'm going to go ahead and try to save some seeds and see if I can grow this again next year. Really easy to get seeds out of cucumbers, you can tell here. Put them in water. And the reason you do that is, you know, this gelatinous material, I have no idea what it's called, but it will ferment and come away from the seed. So after you let this sit in the water for a while and it ferments, then you can strain out the seeds and you just get seeds. You don't get this gelatinous material in there. So super easy, just regular tap water. If you have chlorine in your tap water, I'd suggest putting the water in a vessel like this and then letting it sit overnight. And then the chlorine or bromine or whatever is in the water will evaporate, and you will just have your tap water. So easy. Whoop. Just do this and this and this, and then we let it sit for, I don't know, 4 or 5 days. You'll be able to tell when it's all separated. There'll be two very different levels of seed and the gelatinous material. You could try to put this directly on paper toweling, but it really gets to be a mess and often it will mold. So I just wouldn't do that. Just do this. And we'll come back to it when it has finished fermenting. And I'll show you what that looks like. All right, you guys, so it's been a week or something, and you can see there's been a separation between the good seeds and the bad seeds. So the bad seeds are floating on top because there was other junk in here with the seeds. You can see it's molding, and that's that gel, that gelatinous stuff, plus some of the bad seeds. Can you see those seeds floating around in there? Those are those ones that are kind of only like half full. And you can see a few actually floating, kind of floating in there. They're not really heavy enough to sink to the bottom, but they're too heavy to float to the top. Anyway, for our purposes, we don't really care about that. So what we're going to do is open this up, and we're going to get rid of all this stuff on the top. Then we're going to strain out the seeds in the bottom and save those on some paper toweling, dry them, and put them away for next year. So let's figure out how to do that. So being super cautious, I'm just going to kind of go ahead and lift in here. And can you see that's just kind of gelatinous material? It's kind of blech. Obviously it's got that mold, and some of these seeds, you know, they're just like they're hollow. Very weird. So you probably don't need to watch me do this. I'll do this and come right back. All right, so I got most of that out of there. I actually added some water to bring the level up so I can more easily get in there and get out the moldy bits. You can still see there are some floating seeds in here, but you know what? I really don't care because I'll easily be able to tell which ones those are after this dries. You can see some of these are nice and fat, and the other ones are just, they're flat because there's nothing really inside. And they'll be easy to pick through and get rid of later. So what we've got now are some, good viable seeds here. Give it a quick rinse. Let this kind of drip dry for a minute. Put that in there so I don't lose any seeds. And then really quickly, so what I just did is I put on the paper toweling already what it is. So it's a yellow cucumber. I'm pretty sure that I've created a new cross, so old school pepper cross question mark. The date, I'll put the seeds on here really quickly, and then we'll put them up on a rack to dry so it dries from both sides. Then I'll put them away in storage for next year, and then we're going to see if we can grow these. So that's how I do it, very quickly and with conviction. A couple of these seeds went awry, that's all right, just put them back on, doesn't matter. These are good ones. And you can see these are all bad ones, are all just flat. So I don't care about those. Pick this up, put it on to the screening, and yeah, now we let it dry for, I don't know, 5 days, 6 days, whatever it takes. Easy to tell when they're dry. You can pick up a seed and pretty much break it in half. And then we'll put it away for next year, and next year in the spring we'll grow these and we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. So that's how you save seeds from pretty much anything with gelatinous material in it, like tomatoes, cucumbers, those kinds of things. I actually have some tomatoes in here. You can see the nice heavy seeds down below, the floating gunk on top. So I'm going to go ahead and save these seeds for next year as well. So let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for watching.